Oh, my friends, do I have a treat for you? I am in Pennsylvania right now, Port Matilda specifically, and you can see there's lots and lots of vehicles around me. Because we're about a rally. I'm at the Soggy Bottom Rally. It's every July, put on by Kissel Motorsports. This is their 10th annual. They have about 650 people here, and only because that is as many as they're allowed to have. And it's the last day, and I've been saving this for you. We're going to go on a ride. I'm going to take you onto a course they call the Beta Track. It's where they test beta dirt bikes that they sell at Kissel, and we're going to do that on this R1300 GS. In addition to that, I've got other adventure riders with me, and I'm going to take them along for the ride. So we're going to go and have ourselves a good time. Yeah, so let's let them go first, and then you and I will go, okay? You want to go first? No, you go ahead. Okay. Rock and roll. That in front of me is none other than Mackenzie. She works at the BMW Performance Center in South Carolina, and she is one of the best riders that I have ever ridden with. Of course, hopefully she didn't just mud up the camera. Take a look at that and make sure that we're good. Yep, we're good. All right, so we're just starting off a little single track here. We're going to ride our motorcycles around, get into the tight stuff. What I love about this is it's all technical. You know, it's low speed handling, clutch throttle balance, a little bit of braking here and there, a little bit muddy. And, you know, we're doing this on monster bikes. I'm on an R1300 GS. Mackenzie's on a 1300 GS Adventure, and sure, as well as her buddy and fellow instructor Katie. They're on the big bikes. We've also got a guy named Sergio that works for BMW. He's here riding with us on an F900 GS, a much more suited, well-suited bike for this. I'm just going to let them get ahead so that I don't get so much dust on the lens. Lots of humps here. Lots of pitching and yawing. You know, what's really important in riding like this is that you understand how to maneuver your body position so that you're balancing the bike but also staying light on the handlebars. So what we don't want to do is have the bike buck and kick and then have that cause us to accidentally throttle up. And that causes real problems. So I've got a little bit of a climb here. Looping around. Feeling good. Quick lens clean. And coming back down. Nice little single track. They've got it ribboned in here. Whoa, that's a big drop. I've got pretty good ground clearance on this bike. It's got sport suspension on it, so it's tall. But Mackenzie and Katie are riding bikes with low suspension, and they're able to make it through, so it can be done. It's just a question of technique and a little bit of willpower. Around here, coming through a small little mud wash. We'll see where it takes us next here. Bouncy, bouncy, that's where. Coming around, getting into the single track, and getting ready to do some hill climbs, I'll bet. Nice mile climb to start with. Lots of ruts. Taking that bike around. And here comes the climb. That's a little bigger. Lots of ruts toward the top. I got my weight forward. Pitching the bike with my knees a little bit so that I can lighten up my hands on the grips. And when I say light on the handlebars, I don't mean no weight on the bars. I mean minimal weight. It's okay to have some. It's okay for it to be a slight balance point. But if you can help it, you want to avoid having a lot of weight on it so that you don't accidentally tweak the throttle. All right, I see some of our other riders making their way through here, having a good time, it looks like. All right, we got ourselves a nice, oh boy, a big rutted climb. I did not see that coming. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. And around we go. You can see the other riders just out there having the time of their lives, and that's the way I want to see it. All right. Coming up through now some off-camber single track. Loop my way around and down. Coming on through here. In between the trees. And honestly, I've got the camera so far in front of the bike that I have to be a little more careful in my maneuvering because I'll run into one of these trees with the camera arm. And we don't want that. That would be a $600 mistake. All right, coming in through the trees here. Oh, I got stuck. That's definitely something they expect the betas to ride on. All right, coming up and through. When I get to the top here, I'm just going to check the camera because I think I knocked it out of whack. Let's do a quick stop and check. Make sure everything's good. Yeah, we're looking good. Hi, everybody. Thanks again for joining me. Let's see where else this road goes. Coming into another climb here. This one is a technical little tractor climb. I can't carry too much speed because I have to do too many little minor turns that I have to slow down for. Makes it a little rough. I've caught up with my buddies. How we doing, my man? Let me put that in your backpack for you.
So the flap, you don't have to undo it. You just have to kind of lift it.
Okay.
And then
Oh yeah, I see. I see. All right. You are sorted, my man. Okay. Off you go. All right, that's Sergio on his F900. He's going to start what looks like a mild descent. I'm going to wait for the dust to die down, and then I'll join him. Off he goes, and down the hill, and off we go. And one thing I want to point out to you, and this is something that I forget to do when I'm out here adventure riding, especially when the train's like this, is that I forget to just look around. It's stunning out here in this Pennsylvania wilderness. It's green and it's lush. We got a lot of rain out here, so not a lot of dust. Always a little bit of mud, usually tacky. Oh boy. And then occasionally look down when you got a big rut like that one. But stop and smell the roses, as they say. Come through here, make sure to steal a glance every once in a while and see the beauty of nature that we're out riding in. Okay, enough of that. Time to focus more on this ride. This road is very rutted. There's a lot of big chunks of roots sticking out. A lot of bumps and bruises to be had. You can hear, if you listen to my bike, it's really chug-a-lugging at low RPMs, and I'm just on the verge of killing the motor here and there, which I don't want to do if I can help it. Not the end of the world if I do, but it means getting started again often in the middle of a hill climb is not always easy. This is the downhill here. A single track downhill. Some of these ruts are pretty deep. You kind of don't have a choice but to get into them, and that's okay. It's not the end of the world. You get into a rut, you can always get yourself back out. Not often not necessarily as quickly as you'd like to, but you can. All right, we're coming to what I think is a hill climb, and it's a really hard one. So everybody has stopped just to do a check to see if it can't be done. Rock on, Katie. Yeah, last year I did this and I just went straight. I'm going to do that again. I like a good challenge, but I don't need that challenge. And sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, wouldn't you say? Well, you guys have fun. I'm going to continue on and film. I'll see you up there. The girls are keeping an eye on, oh, look at that. We've got Sergio's made his way through with no problems. And we're going to come under this beta line here and make our way through. Now, when you come out here next year, after those of you saying, well, that's dumb, you could have taken that. And you're right, I might have been able to do it successfully even. But next year, when you come, I'm sure that climb will still be here. And you can take your 1300 GS, and you can show me how it's done, and I'm sure that I will applaud you. If not for your success, then for your efforts. And if not to do it, then I'll applaud you for your discretion. One way or another is a win. That's a good feeling, don't you think? All right, now we're behind my man, Sergio. This F900, ooh, he's picking it up a little bit. You see a little bit of dust getting kicked up from him breaking those tires free. That's pretty cool. He's out here working the course. This is a good little flat track course. I'm going to let him have his fun with that. I'm going to come over here through the course. I know where this ultimately ends up, and that's where I want to be. So I am going to come over here. I'm now ahead of Sergio while he's off blasting around. I'm going to do my own little single track. Oh, goodness, I've got a little jump ramp there. What do you think, folks? Did we do the jump ramp? No. No, I'm not doing that. Not on this bike. Not today. Probably not on any bike. You know, as adventurous as I am, there are some things that I'm not really interested in. And getting super high in the air and doing backflips is one of them. More in it for this kind of challenge. A little single track, a little technical riding. And here we are coming back into the trees. And to bring you in once again. Again, enjoy the view while you can, because this road gets technical. And we want to see the sights a little bit and then get back to work. In this case, a little bit more technical single track. I got a lot of dirt bikes in here. I see riding their way through, having fun. And, oh, that was one that any other time I would have had to put a foot down, but I managed to do it without this one time. Coming through again. A little bit of a mud bog. Oh, and I stalled it right in the mud, exactly where I don't want to. Let's get him out. Come around the humps and the whoops. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. All right. Set up some ribbon here. Show me where to go, because I would not have a clue if it wasn't for some of this ribbon. This course just goes and goes and goes. Now, I've done parts of this course before, but what I'm in right now is new. I've never done this exact element. And that's always fun. You know, exploring new things, a little intimidating. Some downed branches. Trees, no big deal. Coming around now into the single track again. Well, that's a deep one. All right. I feel like I'm getting close to the end here, folks. We'll see. Getting up and around. Now, I'm starting to get a little fatigued. I can feel it. You start to feel a little bit of burn in your hands. Your knees start to feel a little burn. So I try to just every once in a while give my hands a little shake. Take the worst of the fatigue off. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. And that was exactly what I needed. A little hop of the hands. I'm able to handle all this a little better. I just got a little crossed up there. Coming around here. And I think I see what might be the exit. We will see. Coming around. I see a lot of trailers. That's a good sign. Okay, look at that. We are out of it. Out of it successfully, my friends. That's it. That is the beta track here at Soggy Bottom. Super good time. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to ride with you again. Hopefully here, but if not here, somewhere down the trail. Until then.